Hey guys, welcome to another DayZ video. In this video, we will be talking in depth about advanced loot routes for the Chernarus map. And if you are able to follow along with me, by the end of this video, you will be able to A. Loot Airfield and Tisy in a more safe and systematic way. B. Follow a loot route across the Chernarus map, chasing dynamic loot events like helicopters, military convoys, and military planes. And C. Know about gas zones like Rify and Pavlovo in the Chernarus map and how to approach and loot both of them. While developing the first part of the loot guide, there are few things I have intentionally or unintentionally skipped which I felt might increase the complexity of the run. DayZ is extremely overwhelming, and the last thing we would like to do is make things complicated for someone who is new to the game. But in this video, we will be going off-road and off-road, not following the conventional power lines, concrete roads, or trail roads. So if you're still in and around 500 hours of the game, you might think of grabbing a compass or a GPS receiver. Or if you have an external map like I Survive on your secondary monitor, then it will help you a lot. In case if you have not watched the previous video, and you are new to this game, I would recommend you to watch part 1 first and then come back over here. I'll leave a link of the loot route guide of part 1 for you in the description below, or you can click on the card on the top right corner of the screen. Alternatively, if you are absolutely new to the game, I have another video called How Not to Play DayZ, which will help you understand the basic mechanics of the game. Let's begin. If you would have watched my previous video, then there were a significant number of times where we have started on the coast and headed to Northwest Airfield. For example, loot routes that starts in my previous video from South Berezino, Iznoi, Chalnishny, Kamishovo, Electro, all way to Novi Sobor, eventually to VMC. VMC will help you get a chest protection, maybe a plate carrier, granted, but on the other hand, Airfield after VMC can be super intimidating at the same time. If you want to fill up few gaps in your gear, there is an alternate route that will help you get better gear before you can hit top tier military locations like Northwest Airfield and Tisy. Let's begin. After looting VMC, find this dirt road at the start of VMC near the main gate of the compound. Keep heading straight until you come up to a concrete road. Take left on the concrete road and keep moving forward. You will be reaching a city called Cavagnino. Cavagnino is an isolated town with one general store and water pump. Replenish on your supplies. Check the general store for a sniper rifle or a scope. And find the T crossing at the start of the town beside the pump. Take a left on the T crossing. Keep heading straight on the concrete road. After traveling for some time, you will reach another city called Bushino. There's a convoy location here in Krishino, so check this area before moving on. Apart from a convoy, Krishino has a police station, a water pump, and a general store for you to restock up. Great place to check for silencers of sidearm, sniper rifles, and scope. While you are exiting the town, you will see a dirt road taking right at the exit of the road. Take that road to the right and keep moving forward. After traveling for some time, you'll see a caravan on the dirt road. After the caravan, there's a road going left. Take that fork and you will be reaching another place to hunt for sniper rifle for the Devil's Castle. Loot Devil's Castle for sniper rifles, scopes, fantastic area to find 308 rifles, hunter rifles, etc. After looting, exit from the opposite side, the break in the building which you are looking at. This is a little tricky, so pay attention here. If you have a compass, you can look to head north. After traveling through the jungles and heading downhill, you will reach a train line. If you are able to see the train line, you are on the right track. On that train line, take left. And after taking left, you will see a convoy location over here, which is the Ragnoi convoy. It's a good place if you are lucky to find a convoy. It's a good place to find some very high tier weapons and other military loot. Keep traveling after the Ragnoi convoy area on the railroad, and soon you will reach Zaporozhye. Go down the road and loot the Zaporozhye military tanks. Zaporozhye tanks spawn tier 3 military loot. Great place to find SKs, AK-74U, military bags, clothing, etc. After looting Zaporozhye, move back to the concrete road, head straight to Novaya. Take a right from the first turn near the entrance of the city, opposite to Novaya Industrial Complex. And once you do that, you will be coming up on the road to Tisy Hunter. On the road, near the fort, take left and you will be reaching Tisy. If you follow this route, with the number of hunter location spawns, I am pretty much confident that you will be able to find a sniper rifle and a scope. And with that sniper rifle and scope, you will be better geared to tackle more intimidating areas like Airfield and Tisy. In my previous video, there were multiple instances where we have spawned at the coast and have headed to Tisy. We are now in a position where we have traveled halfway across the map to reach this Endgame military location. So congratulations if you have made this far. I personally believe that we should be looking to see before heading out to our final frontier, which is Northwest Airfield. But then again, DayZ does not have a fixed sequence. You may choose to do Airfield, and if it works for you, it works for you. This section of the video will guide you on how to loot Tisy in a more safe and systematic way. Let's start with a bird's eye perspective. Tisy is divided into 6 sections. Pay attention here as we are going deep into enemy territory. Section 1, North Office Quarters with the Commence KL building. Section 2, Dual Narrow with Officers Quarter below. Section 3, Camo and Jail in the front entrance area. Section 4, the Solo Barracks with the 2 aircraft shelters. Section 5, the Industrial Area with the Blue Tin Barn. And Section 6, the tanks at the end. We'll use the iconic Tisy ramps to exit from this place. The overall idea will be to start from Section 1 and keep heading south and finish looting with Section 6 and exit via the ramp. So once again, from an up-close view, Section 1, North Office Quarters with the Commence Yellow building. Section 2, Dual Narrow with the Officers Quarter below. Section 3, Camo and Jail in the front entrance area. Section 4, Solo Barracks with 2 aircraft shelters. Section 5, Industrial Area with Blue Tin Barn. And Section 3, the tanks at the end. Section 6, the end tank section is a bit complicated, but I will share an easy hack for you to identify and loot this place super quick. After reaching Tisy, head directly to the end of Tisy until you find a guardhouse at the far corner of the road. Take left from here and you will be reaching Section 1, the North Officers Quarter with the Commence Yellow building. Through the Officers Quarter and the Yellow Commence building, there are a few other small industrial sheds over here. Go down and check these places. After looting, come back to the Officers Quarter. There is a break on the wall. Exit from here and move to the Section 2 of this place, which we call Dual Narrow. After looting the Narrow, the L shape, and the Officers Quarter over here, check the military containers which are there in between. There's some industrial buildings, and then move to Section 3, the Camo Jail, and the entrance area. There will be a lot of zombies over here. You have to be extremely careful while you are looting Section 3. After looting this area, exit from where the last garage is and head down the road and you will find Section 4, the Solo Barracks and the aircraft shelters. So loot all the 4 areas, the Solo Barracks, both the aircraft shelters, and exit from between the aircraft shelters and go straight up and you will find the industrial area, which is the Section 4. Loot this industrial area with the blue team barn and head on to the concrete pathway to reach the solo officer's quarter at the end. From the officer's quarter, behind your back, exit and head downwards to reach the last section, the section 6, which is the Endgame. So Endgame is divided into 3 subsections. Subsection 1 is the 2-story building. Subsection 2 is the middle section. And subsection 3 is the last section. After looting them from start to end, we will be heading to the iconic Tisy ramps and exit Tisy from behind the ramps. In my previous video guide, there were multiple routes which led to Northwest Airfield. This section of the video will help you loot Northwest Airfield in a more planned and systematic way. Today, we are looking at the new Northwest Airfield, which was revamped in the year 2023, making it a looter's and a sniper's paradise. Northwest Airfield is also one of the largest military areas, and trust me, with the new revamp, it looks super amazing. It's a high-risk, high-reward area of the map, and airfield without a sniper or a long-range scope could be very dangerous. But with that said, let's look at the overall view of the airfield from a bird's-eye perspective. Airfield can be divided into 6 areas: the West Plain, the South Office buildings, the Southeast Shootout Range and Camo building, the East Plain and the ATC, the North Tanks and the North Camo. In case you are here in Airfield after looting VMC, you enter from the South Gate with the plane in front. Take left and keep heading on the northwest wall along the airfield until you see the West Plain. We start looting airfield from the West Plain. There are 2 planes in airfield, a West Plain and the East Plain. Both the planes spawns 3 types of crate: the military crate, the medicine crate, and the water crate. The medicine crate spawns medical items like saline bags, tetracycline medicines, and other medical loot. The water crates spawns plastic water bottles, canteens, Coke, Pepsi, etc. But the main attraction, the military crates here, has the possibility of spawning NVGs, AKM drum mags, and other in-game juicy military loots. After checking the West Plain and looting the crates, move south. After traveling through the 3 covers, you will reach the South Office buildings and the newly revamped Humvee parking lot. The South Office building has several loot areas, including the industrial garages, the parking lots, the military barracks, and 1 airship barrack at the end. Loot these places, but as always, be careful as these places will be heavily contested as players from all corners of the map will converge to Northwest Airfield. After looting the office building area with the airfield wall to your right, keep heading straight. You can also hug the wall to be on a safer side. Soon, you will be reaching the newly revamped Camo building and the shootout range. Start looking from the camo building, the airship barracks, the tanks, and once done, move back to the concrete road near the camo. Start heading west on the concrete road and you will come across your first set of aircraft shelters in Northwest Airfield. This area also has two barracks, a narrow barrack and an airship barrack. Loot them and keep heading north. Our next destination will be right in front of us, the aircraft hangar area and the east plain. The aircraft hangar area is generally camped by gear players, so clear this area first before heading towards the plane. Loot the medical tanks and head to the east plane. As I mentioned previously, if there are military crates in front of the plane, there's a possibility of NVG, so keep a lookout over here. Loot the plane and head towards the tall tower in front called the ATC building. There are a few tents along the way which you can check for ammo, mags, etc. After looting the ATC building, you can head right and exit and check the Solo Barrack and the Livonia buildings, but I would recommend you to skip it since the amount of loot is very less compared to the number of zombies that you need to kill. After the ATC and the east plane, we keep moving north and keep looting the aircraft shelters along the way. Eventually, we will come across a large concentration of military tanks, which we call the North tanks. Fantastic place again to loot and find military clothing, bags, ammo, rifles, etc. Make sure you clear up the zombies before heading. After looting the tanks, head to the two-story building. Just behind the two-story building, you will find a concrete road going further north. Follow this road to reach the last section, the northern barrack section with the camo building. You can choose to check the camo building, and there is a secret underground bunker area which sometimes people make bases. Loot the L-shape and the narrow buildings. Additionally, a little tweak to this which you can do is you can head down from this location to reach the via train station. There is a possibility of a military train over here, so check this area. This will complete your airfield loot run. Boys and girls, by now, I'm assuming if you would have followed my guide, you are mostly geared with mid to endgame loot. You might have an AKM and a blaze with a hunting scope, a plate carrier, pouches, food, water, everything stocked up with you. What now? Once you have completed Airfield and Tisy, now it is time for you to chase helicopters, convoys, military trains, and other dynamic events in the Chernarus map to get that real, juicy endgame loot. Yes, I'm talking about the NVGs and the DMRs and some of the best loot that the game has to offer. With that in mind, I will share a loot route with you that will take you halfway across the map, chasing helicopter crashes and convoys and military trains. This will be a super dangerous route which will take you close to mid-tier military locations and spawn towns like Balota, but then it is also a super rewarding at the same point of time. If you are able to complete this run, of course goes without saying, without dying, I can guarantee you that you will be geared to the teeth and would be ready to face any challenge that DayZ has to offer. Alright, so with that said, let's start. We are starting from the previous section where we are assuming that you have completed looting Tisy. And after looting the subsection 3 of Tisy, we exit from the third ramp over here and go downhill straight. After moving downhill for some time, you will find the zone clears out. There is a curve on the road, and this is the first or the starting point of our Heli convoy route, the Tisy convoy. This is the spawn location. After looking at Tisy convoy and checking whether it is there or not, we take a right on this concrete road and we keep heading straight. We continue on this road and eventually we will come across a T section. In this T section we are taking right and will be hitting up a town called Sinistock. Sinistock is a good place for water, food and other resources if you want. It has also got a general store. You can check for hunting scopes and rifles if you're missing one of them here. But here there is a military convoy location at the end of the town. We keep heading straight to the end of the town where we see this red barn. We take left on this water bridge and go straight up, and when the forest clears there's a path, and on this path there's a possibility of a convoy location. So check this area, and if you see a convoy you can look at it. If it is not there, just go back and head back on the same way, go back to the Sinistock town. This time, instead of taking left from the pump, we are going straight. We'll come up onto a barn on the right hand side of the road. We cross the barn, go straight, and we will come across a trail line. So there is a possibility of a military train over here. Now military train is again a dynamic spawn in the Chernarus map. There is a possibility of having it or not having it. It's similar to a helicopter or a convoy. So you will have to chase it around the map. There is no guarantee that it will spawn, but there is a possibility over here in Pavlovo of a military train. After checking, we cross Pavlovo town. Again, this area is very close to the Endgame military locations like Tisy and Airfield, and you will find gear players over here, so you have to be on your toes. Yeah, moving straight up, exiting Pavlovo, we continue on the concrete road. Picturesque location, picturesque road. At the end of the road, we come to another city called Lopatino. And Lopatino has one more convoy location, which you can check. The best way of looking at it is you spot the piano house of Lopatino, which is just beside the road. And beside the piano house, there will be a beige house. And beside the beige house, if you take left, you will come across a dirt road. which is over here. And from the dirt road, you will be able to see the convoy if it has spawned. And the convoy location would be somewhere over here. So check this dynamic spawn location. If there is a spawn over here, you can probably see it near this red Humvee. There will be more Humvees and more trucks and zombies in this location. In case if it is not there, we continue back. We head back to the road from where we came from. We are heading back on the road and we continue on this concrete road, and we are heading to the next city by war. By war again is very close to DMC Airfield, and it has also got a hospital, so people those who are sick in BMC or Airfield, maybe you've got a wound infection or something like it, will be coming to Bywar to check the hospital for medicines, refill on water and so on and so forth. It is a contested area, so that you have to be extremely careful about that. So once you reach Bywar, you can see here on your left hand side the Bywar market. Once you look at the Bywar market, you will find a concrete road on the right side of it. Take the concrete road on the right and keep moving forward. And eventually on the road, you will see a green color mustache building. Take a left from the mustache building and go into the fields. Upon the field, on your right hand side, there will be a big house. And just close to the big house is another convoy spawn location, ladies and gentlemen, which is coming up here. And you can check this dynamic spawn location again if there is a convoy spawning here. After checking the very low convoy, we come back onto the concrete road that we have taken left from, and we continue straight to the city of Pustoshka. And after crossing Pustoshka, there will be a petrol pump on your left, and immediately after the petrol pump, there's a road turning right on the fort. Take that road, and we keep heading straight into our next city, our next destination, which is called Mishkino. From the entrance of the town, there will be a road going to the left, which you can take to replace your water supply here on this pump, and keep heading on this road. This road will eventually give up to a dirt road. Keep continuing on this dirt road, keep going straight. We will be coming up on another convoy location pretty soon. Pretty soon, if you turn right at the end of the dirt road, if you remember in our previous video, we have spoken about Mishkino military camp being a camper's dream. This is exactly, we are crossing the Mishkino military camp over here, and you can have a look into the camp, and you can see if there's some people who are trying to look over here and see a possibility of a PvP over here, right? So this is why it is also equally dangerous to loot the Mishkino military camp, because there will be a lot of gear players moving around from this place. So once we are crossing the Mishkino military camp, we head straight on this dirt road. We keep going, keep moving forward, and at the end of the dirt road, you will find a place over here which is a T crossing, and there's a possibility of a military convoy over here. Right? After checking the dynamic spawn location, head straight into the jungle until you find the train tracks. On these train tracks, turn right and head uphill. After going for some time, you will come across a bridge. This bridge also spawns a military train, which is again a dynamic event across the map that you can check. It's a military train which can spawn M79s and AK-101s. There's a lot of juicy loot for you to look over here. Yeah? We will not go straight. After looting the Mishkino convoy over here, we are going to take a U-turn and move back on the same road where we have come from. But instead, going left or right, we continue on the trail line. We continue straight, moving forward until we reach the Megalurge hunting camp on our right. And on the train yard, there will be a bridge, a hanging bridge. And there's a possibility of a military train here too. So check this area. After checking, we continue on the train track again until the forest clears out. So this is a little bit tricky over here. We have almost reached Zelenovarsk, which is again military, top tier military location. I won't say a top tier, a middle tier military location. But we are not going inside Zelenovarsk. And we are keeping Zelenovarsk to our right. And we are heading straight towards the Green Mountain. Okay, you will see this road coming out of Zeleno after the petrol pump road. You can follow this road, keep going straight on this road, and once you're going straight, you will find a mustache building, and there's a dirt road going to Green Mountain. There's a possibility of a convoy spawn, which is the Green Mountain convoy over here. There's another convoy location we are not going to hit right now. We are going to keep it aside right now because again it is very confusing to hit the Green Mountain, but there's another convoy just for the sake of your information, which is the Robovo convoy. But we are not hitting on this route as of now. So after looking Green Mountain, we are heading back to the Zeleno town. Again, we are not entering the Zeleno town because we want to play a little bit safe over here. We go back to our original place, which is the Pavlovo. Okay, exit Pavlovo, and you will be coming up on the Kamenka town. So after going to Kamenka town, at the end there is a Kamenka train location. There are three major places: the train location, at the end of the town, the docks where there can be a military convoy location, and on the military checkpoint on the concrete road there is another spawn point or a dynamic spawn location for a convoy over here. We check all three of them and we continue on this concrete road until we reach the Balota town. The start of the Balota town, there's another convoy location over here, very close to a spawn area, so you will come across a lot of Russies. After looting the Balota convoy, kicking the Balota convoy, we turn up to Novoselki near the apartment buildings and keep going on this road. After going on this road, we'll come across a military checkpoint. And if you take left from the military checkpoint, and there's another road, which we are calling it the Novoselki convoy spawn point, which is exactly over here. Right? So we do that. And after checking the convoy, we turn right and we head uphill on this area. We can start looking for the convoy location of Stabi, which is over here. After checking the Stabi convoy location, we head straight, and instead of going left to BMC, we are going to Cavernino and taking a right. And we are heading to another town called Rushino, where there is another convoy spawn location. There's a convoy spawn here, so check this area. And after checking Rushino convoy, we move uphill from the end of the town, heading towards Devil's Castle. With Devil's Castle towards our right, we head from the point which I have shown in the previous part of this video. We head from the crack in the wall and head downstairs or downhill from this area, move down. And after the forest, there will be a train line kicking left. We come across the Raknoi convoy location, which is over here. After checking Raknoi, we turn right and we are moving past this entire area and we are heading to Severograd. From Severograd, we take left and we are going to Arsenovo to check the Arsenovo convoy spawn location, which is over here. After checking that, we take left from the fort, head uphill, and after following the road for some time, we are coming on to the commenced solo barrack and a convoy spawn location near the solo barrack, which is over here. Right? Instead of going to the commenced town, we take left from here and follow this concrete road. This concrete road will again lead to the train line at the end of the Sebrogag city. You can do that and you can head straight on this train line until you reach the last point of convoy spawn location, which is the Novaya Petrovka train station military train. Check this area for a spawn of the military train, and then you can head right, go into this field, move back, and head back to sea. That, ladies and gentlemen, completes the entire Heli convoy route, and I am 100% confident that if you can do this route, you will be geared to the teeth to take on any challenge. Looking Rify or Pavlovo in official vanilla servers requires a certain degree of preparation. Both facilities are shrouded in toxic pox gas, which is lethal to survivors, lacking a complete set of MBC clothing. MBC kit consists of MBC hood, MBC jacket, MBC pants, MBC feet, MBC gloves, MBC respirator, or gas mask. You will need at least 3 full filters for completing Rify in a stress-free environment, and at least 5 full filters to complete looting for Pavlovo. You can find NPC items either in hospitals and fire stations in major cities, or these items can also be found in high-tier military locations like Tisy, Airfield, helicopters, and military convoys. While looting the hospitals, do not discard charcoal tablets if you find the same in hospitals, because these can be used to refill any half filters that you might have found. Other medical stuffs like saline bags or an EpiPen would help accelerate the process, but it is not mandatory while doing the gas zones. If you choose to head into a gas zone without NBC protection, you will initially have a cut, and within the next 15 seconds of that untreated cut, you will have gas poisoning. Gas poisoning will kill you in a matter of minutes. If you have gas poisoning, there are 2 ways of recovering. One is a blood bag with your own blood before the poisoning, or 2 if you have a pox antidote. Before heading inside the zone, we have to make sure that you have your food and water white, since you will not be able to eat or drink anything because you cannot take off your gas mask. Also, we have to be very careful of not equipping anything inside the zone so that we do not accidentally remove any other parts of the MBC gear inside the zone. Here is a small clip of me trying to get the MBC kit on live servers. I got a spawn in Prigo and ran up to the hospital in Cherno and looked at both the hospital and the fire station. Found some filters, found NPC jacket, gloves, boots, boot in Cherno fire station. Found the NPC respirator in Zeleno fire station. Luckily, one of my friends found NPC pants in Tisy, ran to Tisy, met up with him, picked up the pants from him, and ran back to Pavlovo. Oh, nice. Now my check is complete. Now let's talk about Pavlovo. Pavlovo is a bit complicated than Rify. It is also a gas zone, similar to Rify, which is mostly a large military compound with one hospital building and one office building. It is located in between Pavlovo city and Kamenka town, and therefore it has two entrances/exits. Entrance from the Kamenka side and entrance from the Pavlovo side. For the ease of understanding of the video, we will be entering from the Pavlovo town side entrance. From the entrance, we will go zone 1, and then we'll go to hospital, then we'll head to zone 2, then zone 3, then zone 4, then we'll go to office building, and we'll go to zone 5, and we'll exit. This is a clip where I'm doing Pavlovo on live official vanilla servers. As I said before, preparation is key to do the static gas zones, as time is very limited inside the zone. And time is limited only because you will run out of filters in due course. We are making sure here that we are carrying a silenced gun, a couple of bandages, a melee weapon, one gun at least in case of any PvP that might happen inside the zone. We're starting from the Pavlovo town side and heading to zone 1, as you probably would have seen in the previous part of this video. You see that I'm tracking my gas mask and my filters by putting the combat gas mask in the quick start area. Now this is very important since it gives us an idea about our filter condition and when it is a good time to change. I'll show you another way on how you can track it, but I think you should always do this whenever you put up a mask. You should drag it and you should put it onto your quick start bar. Checking the guard building, narrow barracks and containers on the left side of the road, which we have tagged as gas zone 1. All civilian and military zombie dies to the pox gas, giving rise to the hazmat suit zombies which are alive in this zone. An AUR-AX with mag, not a bad start. Oh, we are so lucky to find an M4 so soon in the run. After guard building, we are heading to the hospital area. Now the combat mask is almost out of juice, as you can hear from the wheezing sound of your survivor. As I said before, we should be swapping the gear instead of unequipping or equipping back, and this is the right way of doing it. Also tracking my gas mask in the quick start bar, as I mentioned before, so that I know when it is time to remove or without checking my inventory. The hospital building terrace is free of the box gas, and you can take off your gas mask here. Clearing up the zombies and entering zone 2, which is the right side of the road from where we came in. entering zone 3 and clearing it off. Entering zone 4 and clearing it off. Extremely lucky to get a hazmat suit zombie dropping an almost full filter here. Now, here you listen to the audio cue. This is an audio cue of a deep breath when the filter is around 20%. Next cue is a deep breath with reason, which is around 10% of your filter. Anything less than 5%, the survivor starts wheezing and coughing hard. And then you know that this is a good time to swap the filter. Moving to the office building. We were lucky to find a large ACOG scope. Similar to the hospital building, the office building terrace is also devoid of gas, and you can take off your gas mask in case if you want to eat and drink here in case you need a break. Finally, after doing the office building, heading to zone 5, clearing it off and exiting, and this will complete our Pavlovo run. Now let's talk about how to loot Rify. Rify is a giant broken ship which is located on the coast in between Berezino and Svetlo. For your ease of understanding, Rify can be broken down into 3 parts. The middle containers in the front, the broken left side of the ship, and the broken right side of the ship. Best way to do is to do the containers, then go left, to the left side, come down, go right, do the right side, come down, head out, check the containers one more time, and move out of the castle. Here is a video of me doing Rify on live servers. where I managed to loot an M4, a LAR, and an AUR, and few other mags and silencers. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking around with me for this entire time. When you are on a loot run in Chernarus or as such any map in DayZ on a high-pop server as a solo player, it is the true hardcore experience. I have not come across any game where there is so much realism with so much immersion, and I believe I will not come across anything similar in the future. During a run, you are constantly looking out for other players making so many decisions on the fly. Probably the biggest question that you're asking yourself is, what do I need to survive? Do I need food, water, rifle, sniper, extra scope, extra ammo, extra mag, a sidearm, a silencer? These questions will always lead to places that you want to visit next. I hope this guide will equip you with the knowledge that will help you navigate better inside the Chernarus map. The advanced loot route guide will only point you towards the next destination, but at the end, DayZ is an open world survival game. It is completely your decision to visit a certain place or skip it altogether. With that said, thank you for your time and see you guys later.